how do you build teams for a new ERP implementation? So you've been involved with a lot of our clients in helping them do this and helping them through the implementations. But what advice do you give to an organization that's trying to build their internal digital mindset, as you mentioned before? But also, how do they structure that team, or what are some tips to structure that team to help them through the transformation?
Um, if I had to choose one role that I feel it's critical in order for organizations to really take ownership and to to be in control of their digital transformation journey, is the role of a business analyst, internal business analyst, not outside business analysts like consultants coming in, but organizations, business analysts who, number one, they need to understand business management best practices, right? Because best practices for me, it's a good starting point, because already that sets the right foundation in terms of what information you require in order to run a process, or how information should be structured. Take, for example, like in a manufacturing organization, we talk a lot about bill of materials, MRP, inventory. So that's to achieve MRP. So those best practices of having proper inventory control and adequate bill of materials, those are certain best practice that needs to the business analyst should know about, first of all. And then the business analysts should be able to design really new processes, right? Improve to-be processes, and also design data structures, improve your data structure to meet those those different business processes. So because they're the ones who are the ones who are going to connect between, let's say, your system integrator and the organization. And because during the implementation, you want to, of course, the employees in the organizations, they will be involved. They'll have key roles as super users or process leads and whatnot. But you don't want to take too much of their time. Let the business analysts take the load in the implementation to be the facilitator between the business members and the consultants. And the business analysts will be the ones during implementation who would develop the processes. So you're not wasting. So you're not spending too much money for the SIs to do that. Number one. Number two is for all the data cleansing, the testing, and then troubleshooting. You have that layer of business analysts to support the business team.
Right. No, it's good advice, and it's a good way to think about building these competencies internally. You certainly want to leverage outside consulting help and that outside experience that you don't have, but you also don't want to be so dependent on outside consultants that you sort of create that learned helplessness. You want to be able to start to build that competency in-house so that you can own this longer term.
Right, and they will get the full-on knowledge transfer from the SIs on the actual back end of the solution. So if we are to improve certain configurations that's required in the system, or actually build certain customization because for certain areas, or to build APIs and connect other solutions, they will have that knowledge to do so. So you don't need to always ask for outside consultants to do that work. So you've built that internal capable team to support the business moving forward.